Decided to film this because I'm about to practice some Suzuka. We have our Good Sir Racing race tomorrow. It's the last race of the season. Congratulations to Pablo, for winning the championship. And yeah, this is more of a formality race. um, but I wanted to make a video, even a live stream really, about practicing. And if you're new to F1 22 or 23, you're likely going to have assist on, and you're likely going to have things like the arrows, the green and red arrows that show you where to go. I'm just going to think out loud, talk out loud about what I do with my driving. So first off, I'm going with a Mercedes because that's what my team is for the league season. And we're going to go to Suzuka, which is a very technical track. And we're going to go through it. So I'll explain what I'm doing, and then I'll just go through with it. I am pretty tired, I will say. It's 10 p.m. I am tired. But here we go. One thing to note is I have 0 assist on, okay? In our league rules to try to balance things, more experienced drivers, championship winning drivers, we don't use assist. So I do not have ABS, I do not have traction control. And we only use presets, we don't use custom builds because we try to keep things balanced. So I think I'm going to go balanced. If you can manage the car and manage, more increased top speed, at Suzuka, there's a lot of corners, so you got to consider that. If it's something like, I don't know, Monza, you don't really need a whole lot of downforce. Downforce will give you more traction as you're taking corners because it pushes your car down more. So you have more weight, like pushing you down. So I'm going to go with balanced and make sure I have softs on, which I think I do. Yeah, I can see the... Go to track, flying lap. I do drive with the halo on. Okay, so no ABS, downshifting here. And actually, give me 1 second. Let me turn on my... If you do not have... If you don't use SimHub and you're trying to get a little bit more like, I don't know, like juice, maybe more sim racing experience out of your rig, I highly recommend SimHub. It allows you to go to settings. So I'm on a PS5, by the way, and I can still do this because everything's happening on the computer. If you go to telemetry settings and you have your computer, which is running SimHub, you can put in the IP address of your computer, which, by the way, I changed my subnet today. So I'm a subnet 31 here. So that's my private network of my computer, and that computer is running software, SimHub, that's listening for a broadcast of this game to turn on telemetry and let you do things like base shakers. And if you go on Amazon, just go on Reddit and you could find like easy ways to buy some. You can spend probably less than $100 easily to set up your, like, let's say whatever you're sitting on as your base shaker, and it's pretty cool. You can set up like left front, right front tires. I only use 3. I use 2 front left, 1 in the front left, 1 in the front right, and 1 on, actually I use 4. Shit. 2 on the seat, 1 front tire, 2 front, I'm tired. 1 front left, 1 front right, 1 like fucking on the base of the ass of the seat, and the other one on my spine. And that's really for the shifter, so I can feel shifts, which is kind of cool. Doesn't really do anything, but it feels great. Yeah, so let me make sure I'm on my computer. My computer is up here, so that's why I'm looking at. Okay. So Suzuka, shit. If you follow F1, you know this is one of the greatest tracks on the calendar, easily. A lot of awesome moments, especially in the early days, 80s, 90s, 2000s. There's probably like one of the most amazing passes is a PK overtaking Senna with like full opposite lock, which is insane. And of course the infamous Senna cross crash. Vettel says this is the greatest track on the calendar, and if you win here, you're a true driver. It's a true driver's test. Yes, So here's the Senna S's. And right now, I haven't driven this track in, I don't know, 6 months. So I'm just kind of feeling it out. Going really smooth. Remembering my lines. And if you're a beginner and you're starting out, you're still using the green arrows and the red arrows, what you want to do is memorize reference points. And by reference points, it could be anything. It could be the bridge you just went over. It could be that guy in the orange suit right there. It could be, more importantly, meter markers. So meter markers tell you that a corner is approaching, and you could base your brake zone off of that meter. And you could try to do it at exactly the same place every time, but keep in mind that the traction of your tires is going to degrade, or also there's two different things about tires. One is tire wear. So the more you use it, the more like crappy it gets because the rubber's not as good, right? And then there's tire degradation, which means that they're not up to temperature. You want your tires up to temp to have maximum grip. So I'm going to slow down here and show you what I mean. So the 200, 150 meter marker, right? So this corner is R33, I think. I forget the name of it, but it's a flat out corner, even with low downforce. Here's the last chicane. Alright, so I'll go for a little bit of a faster lap. I'm not going to stay on the inside here for the fastest lap possible because you're shortening that distance, right? Oh, DRS is enabled. I'm going to brake at the 75. So 75 is the point halfway between the 100 and the 50 on the left-hand meter marker that you saw there. Just filling out these S's. S's are connected in a way that if you screw up the entry of one, it screws up the entry of every other single corner coming up in the S's. Now, I'll demonstrate that later, but braking at the 100. You're going really slow. This is not a fast lap at all. Right? You want to hit apexes. And again, if you're new to sim racing, always brake in a straight line. Try to at least. And an apex is like the sharpest point of a corner, just like right here. I'm sitting on the apex right now. Okay, it's the shortest distance. So you want to make every corner as wide as possible, so that your car travels in a straight line for as long as possible, because cars, all they want to do is go straight, right? So if you find a way to, this is spoon, by the way, flare out and then come back in, try not to go too fast because you will understeer, and I'll explain over and under in a second, but it's all flat out. Look, 50, the 50 is going to turn in. See? No problem. Another thing about F1 cars is you could shift really quick when you're downshifting. Oh, we got a little bit of oversteer there. DRS on. Alright, so now I'm going to brake at the 50. Flare out and then go in. Be really progressive with the throttle. There we go. Oh, actually, yeah, check this out. So let me stop here. So I already took a couple corners, but in terms of the S's here, so you want to be outside wide when you're taking a corner, and then take it inside to the apex, right? And then you're wide again here for the next corner. So you have this is actually a late apex entry, which means that the apex is later than you think, right? But see, outside in, every time outside in. So if you screw that up, and I'll demonstrate on the next lap, you're gonna go inside out, which is not good. It's just wasting time. Mind you, I'm probably not gonna break my lap breaker here because I'm on a slower car, and we always use realistic settings. So the engine is not as good as the Red Bull lap time that I set here. Apex. Whoop. Too much throttle in the beginning. It's all flat out. Look, here's an example of downshifting fast. Look, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Oh, 3. You could actually do it in fourth gear, it'd be fine. But try not to worry too much about going like downshift, downshift, downshift. It's like do 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 instead of doom 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 doom. Yeah, I'll try. You don't have to downshift for a second. You see that? You do not have to downshift there at all. But it's an example. Do do doom doom. Listen to that sound. Oftentimes in sim racing, once you kind of been racing for, I've been racing for years, by the way, since 2007, I think. But force feedback is awesome. You know, it's great. It's amazing. You can spend a lot of money, like I have, and buy a really nice wheel, but you can get great force feedback from a G27, G29. But the point that I'm trying to make is, watch me ruin this S. Okay, so before we went outside in. So now I'm gonna try to go at speed inside out. Okay, so check this out. So, no traction control. Anyways, let me go back over there and I'll just say a restart lap. The point that I'm trying to make is in regards to force feedback is the best. The best feedback you can get, the most realistic, like, not realistic, but the fastest feedback you can get from sim racing is sound, okay? And a lot of times, it's faster than the force feedback because there's a slight delay in like the motor of the force feedback, doing its thing. You can hear your tires locking up before your, let's say your pedals react or your base shakers react. And a lot of drivers that are more like esports drivers in different disciplines, they will turn down the engine sound of their game. Like they'll go to sound settings, turn down the engine, and turn up any like car noises that are not related to the engine, because oftentimes the engine muffles like wheels locking up or having wheel spin. So it's a way to get more feedback instantaneously. So here we go. I'm gonna go inside out instead of outside in. So look, inside out, look, I'm already missing the apex. And now I'm really missing this apex, so I'm way too early. So you want to be able to swoop like this, outside in, too much curve there, and really get on the throttle when it comes to those S's. But yeah, so sound is very, very important. It gives the most instant feedback. Brake too late. And if you watch my feet, I don't have traction control, but if you're beginning, or you're just kind of doing it for fun, leave the assist on. You're gonna get way better lap times, because you can really just mash the throttle on exit, or you could mash the brake at a brake zone even really, really late, and the game will help you do the perfect brake every time and the perfect throttle reaction every time. All right, so we're looking at 132.889, set in a Red Bull about 6 months ago. Man, here we go. See what I can do. Here we go, DRS. So I'm gonna try to brake in a straight line after I turn in past the 50. Roll on the throttle, way too much grass there. I'll take it. Ooh, too much. Man, this car does not have as much downforce as the Red Bull. Ugh. Okay, I'm already not liking this return to garage. So I'm just gonna go with a little bit more downforce because there's no way. So I won't go as fast as on the straightaways here, but I'll be able to brake a little later and be able to take corners faster here. Whoa! See? If you have traction control, that won't happen. Oh, one cool thing, if you ever spin out, just leave it in first gear, hold the brake, rotate the tires, and then just give it gas and let the gas go about maybe 45 degrees of rotation, and the car should do a 180. That's the easiest way to get back on track. Alright, here we go. Past the 50 straight line. Outside in. Those apexes. Oh, late apex, but I'll keep it. Dethrottle just a little bit so I don't flare out too much. That could have been nicer, but good enough. Straight line. Picking a straight line, always, always, always. Oh! Oversteer snap there. Straight line. Looking at the apex, just walking past it. Rolling on the throttle. Again, if you have assist on, you can just smash the throttle there, you'll be fine. Looking at the 50, hard brake, triple downshift, outside in, little, be patient, patient, patient. Not too much throttle too early. Throws you out into the dirt there. Flat out. Looking at the 175 or 125. Yeah, second gear chicane. Rolling on throttle. Be patient again. Stay inside. Let's do it again. DRS. 5 seconds off the pace, right? That Red Bull is way faster. If I could get within 1 or 2 seconds, I'd be happy. So here, I'm just trying to not downshift as much to keep the momentum of the car going. That was not good. Ooh, flat out here, nice. So look, I'm only, yeah, it's pretty good. Oh, chopped it. I cut that corner way too much. Unless you're in Monaco, there's never really any reason to go to first gear, by the way. I'm gonna do one more flight on that. That was not bad. 30 seconds off. Oh, I didn't want to downshift again, but there it is. Oh crap! Oversteer. So I'll abandon this lap just to talk about oversteer and understeer. So oversteer is this. Oversteer is this. Like you're driving, it's just there's way too much steering, and a lot of it isn't really because of your steering input. It's because of the well, actually, really because of the power of the car, right? That means that the rear tires are either losing traction at high speed, and let's say you touch the gravel, and then all of a sudden you spin out. Watch, I'll try to touch the gravel here. Oh, actually it held pretty well. Let's try this. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, that's a bad example. But there's two things: oversteer and understeer. And once you kind of understand these things, you know, you're gonna get a much better understanding of the car. Because remember, like I said earlier, cars just want to go in a straight line. If you have understeer, it's probably the easier one to understand right now. Understand understeer, great. That really means that your car is going so fast and you're trying to turn it that your brakes were applied way too late. So I'm gonna try to turn in. See, I brake way too late. I can't even turn the car. You see that? So I braked like way past the 50, like in about 10 feet past the 50. All right. Basically, that means that you're going way too fast. You need to dial back your brake zone. So if you find that it's hard to turn the car into the corner and you're braking at the 50, try braking at the 75 or at the 100. Excuse me. So that's understeer. It's the idea that the car does not have the ability to steer into a corner because you're going way too fast, or you have lost traction for some reason. But really, it's because you're going way too fast. So here, I'll try to turn in at the 50. I'm gonna slam the brakes past the 50 and turn in. Oh, it actually gripped pretty good. So I have a pretty decent amount of downforce there, so that's pretty impressive. Look, here we go. Oh, see, the car doesn't want to turn. Look how far I'm turning my wheel. Right? It's because it's too much speed. Okay, so that's understeer. Oversteer is oftentimes related to throttle application, especially if you do not have assist. I do not have assist, so look, watch. I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna steer to the right, but I'm gonna hit the gas. Oh, you see that? The car just snapped, the rear snapped. So I hit the curbs. I had way too much throttle. I had way too much RPMs. The car was like really high, and as soon as that rear left touched the curbs, it lost traction, and the wheel was spinning really fast. And as soon as the tire got traction again, it just rotated the car because there's too much horsepower going back over there. And, you know, especially in F1, like rear tire dynamics are violent. They're not like a road car. They're not even like a race car. They're like a F1 car. They are violent, like, you know, beast. So that's why you have moments like this. See? That's called oversteer. When your car over rotates. And a lot of it has to do with the balance of the car too, but I won't explain that. It's probably for, you know, a more technical video. But have you ever noticed, if you ever watch F1, that a lot of times, like Hamilton, 2020, he was able to win the race on 3 tires. The car has a 50-50 balance, and it can drive on 3 tires. If you lift weights, let's say, if you have one, if you're doing bench press and you have a bar, the bar weighs 45 pounds, and you can actually put a 45-pound weight on either side and it won't tip over, even though you only have one weight on, because the base of the bar is 45. So the car is balanced in a way that if there's a tire missing, you don't, like, you know, lean over and cannot operate the car. Like, your car won't, like, let's say this front right pops and I don't have a tire, it'll slouch a little, but you can still totally drive. It won't be like, and then you know, you're just dragging a rim everywhere. But that balance has a lot to do with downforce and the drivability of the car, but that's another conversation. Just keep it in mind. Anyways, let's go here. Let's restart this lap and try another flyer. If I can get within, if I can get a sub 2 second, that'd be great. Let's see. I'm losing so much time already. Yeah. Late apex. Oh, too much grass. I'll take it though. Oh, too wide. Way too wide. You'll notice too, if you watch esports, there's, like, you know, traditional racing lines, and then there's esports lines. We try not to do them a lot. We try to keep it realistic, and I'm not talking shit about esports or whatever. And that's, you know, a whole different style of racing. But if you often are just, like, baffled as to why you're trying your hardest and there's no way that you could even break the top 50,000 in terms of lap time records, it's often that, one, your custom setups are being set up to give the car more traction, and two, the lines that are being taken are more like this style, you know, total esports lines, because according to the rules, you could set, you know, 2 tires off the track, and as long as you have 2 on, it counts. So the game doesn't simulate, you know, grass dynamics, because if you're going like 200 miles an hour in the grass here, you're probably gonna spin out. But look, I'm like, okay here, I'm fine. I'm going like 190 miles an hour. Oh, oversteer. Too much curves. All right. Okay, I'll try one more flyer and then I'm done. I already beat a 132. No, actually no. 135.0 I think was my last. Oh, Jesus. Man, look at that. See the oversteer? So I could probably use more rear wing. Let's try that. Return to garage. So again, think about it. I'm trying to rotate the car and the back wheels are losing traction. So what can we do to give more traction? We could give more downforce. Let's go. Let's go. My DRs are super late. Here we go. Ugh, I'm already down 2/10. Terrible. Oh, I turned in way too early. Ugh. No! One more. Shit. For some reason, this game in the Fanatec wheel, there's no traction control till the tires heat up. Or not, I'm sorry. There's no like wheel force feedback resistance until the tires heat up. It's kind of annoying. Here we go. Freaking super late. That was way past the 50, right? No! Okay, I know what I did wrong. I had full throttle on the curves. Not good. See that? Dethrottle just a little bit, just to not over rotate the car. Flat out here. Well, lift it a little bit, just because I pussied out. No! Oh my god! Too much throttle, that's alright. What's it, like 3/10 loss there, probably? I'm gonna lose so much time here. The increased downforce just gives you a lower top speed. But as you can see there, I can break way past the 50. So I would not recommend high downforce on this track at all. This car just is not as good as the Red Bull. Excuse me. One more. Actually, let's go back to garage. Actually, let me finish this. So that was a 135.7. It's terrible. So I'm just gonna put my abilities to the test here. I'm just gonna go top speed. See what I can do. on. If you look at the RPM on the bottom of the screen, there's 2 dots on. That means the DRS is on. Pro tip, just in case you drive without a HUD, a full HUD like I do. Only 5/10 down, it's not bad. Patient there. I don't want to oversteer, snap the car. Whoa, whoa. See, I braked way too late. That's called understeer. I braked way too late. Couldn't rotate the car in. And, of course, less downforce. It's funny because with full downforce, the actual steering wheel that I'm holding here, it feels way heavier. With no downforce, it's so light when you turn it in. Still flat out here. Ooh, a little bit of understeer, not too bad. So look, I'm already up 2/10. That tells me that Red Bull lap did not have. Whoa, fuck, man, that snap is real. Oh, a terrible line. Okay, I still want to stay within 2 seconds here. Oh, did I chop it? Nope. God, that was slow. I was braking way past the apex because I had too much entry speed. So that's why I lost a whole second there. Great. See if I can make some of that time up here. With a really good exit. I don't think it's gonna happen. Is there DRS on here? I don't think there is. No. I'm making up a couple tens, so that's it. Brake super late. Don't lock up. Nice, didn't lock up. All the way down to first gear because I had too much speed again, so used a little bit of engine braking there. But I didn't lock the tires, which is nice. So 135.6. That's better than I had before. Yeah, no snap there. Nice. Still green. Just went red with that triple downshift. That's okay. I know it's a slower car. Save that oversteer. Whoa! All right. Return to track. You get the picture. Play with your downforce. If you don't have the experience, I highly recommend leaving ABS on at least. And you know, if you are trying to venture into the no assist zone, it's just really like a handicap in our league. It's not, you know, like bragging rights or whatever the hell. End session. Cool. So I came within what I thought I was going to do against the Red Bull there. Personal best, Red Bull 132. This one, yeah, no assist. Check it out. Silent killer, sorry, bro. 132.672. I beat him and he had assist. Come on, you guys. Come on. Anyways, yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'm going to go to bed. Actually, not really. I'm going to play PUBG because it's 10:35. Peace out, people. Thank you guys. Hope you enjoyed.